Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, to the vlog. It is a little after 8 o'clock. Slept in a little bit this morning. Today is Long Run Sunday. So the plan for today is we're going to go get dressed, get ready. We're going to eat. We have a 70-minute run to go on this morning. It's going to be a little warm. It's in the 70s right now, but it'll probably heat up to, by the time I'm done, it'll be mid-80s at best. So let me go ahead and get dressed, and I will walk you through breakfast. We'll go on the run, and then we'll talk about training in the heat, the differences between training here versus Florida, and a couple things you need to understand regarding training in the heat. All right, so let me go ahead and get dressed. All right, we're dressed. We are ready to get the day started. So the first thing we want to do today is we want to start off with some water and some electrolytes, because we're going to sweat. We lose electrolytes in the middle of the night when we, as our bodies function. When we wake up, go to the bathroom first thing in the morning, we're getting rid of electrolytes that we had already processed. So I'm going to take probably like 16 ounces of water, and unfortunately, we're going to take a scoop of base salt. And this only has 290 milligrams of salt in it, right? First thing in the morning. Now you'll see some runners who are like, oh, we're gonna get 2,000 electrolytes, 2,000 milligrams of sodium. This shit's expensive, dog. I don't know about you, I ain't got money to be dropping this box of element tea, right? It was like $40, and it's 1,000 milligrams per packet. If I want to go with base hydro, it's 290 milligrams per scoop. So 2 scoops of that. So I need 4 scoops of that and be super heavily concentrated. Not gonna do that. So we're just gonna add 1 scoop of base salt, which is like a 1/4 teaspoon or 1/8 of a teaspoon. And we're gonna get our 290 milligrams of sodium before we eat breakfast. And then we're gonna get ready to fuel up for the day. As far as our gearing goes, I'll go over what we're doing with that. Just let me get my hydration. All right, so we got our salt water. We're gonna sip on this while we get ready. We're gonna finish getting dressed, we're gonna make our breakfast, and then we're gonna get ready to go for a 70-minute run. And I can tell you this, wherever I have to run around here, there is very little shade at all. So it's gonna be hot. So let me go ahead and get this. I'll get the rest of my stuff ready. We'll go over what we're taking on today's run, why we're taking it on today's run, and we'll go from there. Breakfast is served. We've got a bagel, a banana, peanut butter, drizzled with honey. Now, one thing I want to point out, I see a lot, and I probably pointed this out in a previous video somewhere. I see so many people slicing up the bananas in little like discs. Dude, cut it in half. It fits so much better, and it's so much easier to actually eat when it's like that. You don't have like all these different banana pieces falling apart all over the place. Cut it in half, fits on the bagel, on the English muffin, whatever you're doing. So much better. That's our pre-race breakfast. We got carbs, we got some fats, no protein in there, but we're saving the protein for after the race. The peanut butter has a little bit of protein, but come on, it's not a protein food. We all know this. But we're gonna go ahead and eat this up. We're gonna get ready to get our nutrition ready for the run, and then we're gonna head out. All right, I should be out within the next 30 minutes. Okay, it's about 9:18 right now. We're about ready to run. Had to make a deposit, a sacrifice to the porcelain gods, if you will. What we're doing now before we run, like I said, we have an hour 10 to run. And what we're doing on long days during this entire prep, every run over an hour, we're doing everything race protocol wise. So my entire outfit is one of the things I could be running in during a race day. So I got my Hale sweatband, not sponsored by the way. I've got my Tripod running kit, Under Armour shorts, compression shorts, Hoka's, my running socks, whatever. But we're talking about nutrition and everything today. So What I've got in here is I have 16 ounces of water with 1 packet of LMNT watermelon. It's about 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so that's what I'm carrying on the run. I'll probably have 2 of these for the run, and then whatever's on course nutrition as far as hydration goes. We're expecting temperatures to be in the upper 60s, low 70s for the race day, so maybe it'll start off even colder than that, and I won't need as much hydration like that or with the sodium. So we're gonna carry this bottle. This should last me the entire run. Nice, just sip every couple minutes, just to kind of keep the salts naturally inputting into the body, and a little bit of water. We're also going to practice what we're eating as well. So last week I tried a base gel with salted watermelon gel. They're more water based than goo, so you don't necessarily need a lot of water to rinse it down to get it to work, because the goos are very concentrated, but that one was not. I didn't mind it. Now, I didn't have any water last week because it was only an hour, and I was like, it's borderline on the race plan practice. But today we're trying something different. I found these honey stingers chews, caffeinated chews. Now, I like to transfer them all into a Ziploc bag just so that when you're running and they're in a pocket and your pocket starts to sweat and absorb all the sweat, the gels don't get impacted. So Ziploc bag, 6 chews is 1 serving. There's 2 servings in there. I don't have the calories in here, but sodium wise, there's only 50 milligrams of sodium or 50 milligrams of caffeine per packet. Sodium wise, there's 130 milligrams. So additional sodium from the chews from Honey Stinger. And then the rest is gonna be head sweat. I got my sunglasses, my AirPods or my earbuds, and my gum. This is my secret. If I don't have this, 1 stick of this, it's a horrible day. So we're gonna bring our 5 gum. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna warm up. We are going to get ready to go. It is 9:20. I should be leaving in the next couple minutes, and then we're gonna sweat. We're gonna sweat our asses off. But we'll talk about the difference between training in the heat, things you need to do in the heat that most runners don't necessarily do, and then they have shitty training blocks going into the fall. It's still August. I ain't got Halloween stuff out. Whatever, teach their own, right? Alright, so we're 30 minutes in. I just took my chews. Right now we're averaging 2.9 miles at 33 minutes. So we're about 11:40, 11:50 per mile, which is where I should be. But why should I be there? Well, is this my average zone 2 on a good day? No. Typically, if you recall in previous training blocks, I'd be running like 9:40, 9:50. So why am I running so slow now? Well, it's fucking hot. And one of the things I think a lot of runners forget is that when it's hot and humid, you need to slow down. So why don't people slow down in the summertime? Well, here's my theory, and you see this a lot in running groups. People get so used to running fall and winter training for a spring marathon or a spring race, and they do great. But then they want to train for a fall race, and they think they can keep the same speeds that they had in the spring race. The reality is, in the summertime when the heat goes up, the heat, humidity make your body work harder to try to cool down, and that makes running harder. So when you're trying to keep the same paces, you're not going to be able to in most cases because your body has to work super hard just to keep your body cool. Slow down and you'll figure it out. Alright, we're back from the run. We ate breakfast, we changed. I did not shower yet because we're gonna go to the pool as a family. Well, me, Connie, and Gigi are gonna go to the pool, relax, have some relaxing family time, and go from there. So then once I'm done with the pool, I'll come back and we'll talk about that article about the running in the heat and why it's important and why you should slow down. So we're back and we're gonna wrap this up here, but I wanted to talk about that article. We had a busy day, just got back from the grocery store after doing the pool and eating at the pool and just kind of spending family time together. But I read this article a few weeks ago talking about the differences in temperatures and how elite runners, the ideal temperature for them, and then how much slower people get as the temperature gets up. And this kind of falls in line with a lot of people who are complaining that summer training is kicking their ass and they just don't have it in them anymore right now. They're not running what they used to run. Even if they had like a springtime race and they crushed it, their summertime speeds are a lot slower. And we covered this. Your body's working harder. If the humidity's high, the sweat is not evaporating as quickly, your body has to work even harder to cool you down. Your heart rate's got to go up to do that. And once you start to walk and to cool your heart rate back down, your body temperature's already spiked. It's not going to take long to get back up there. But this article that I read talks about how much slower you should run in the heat. And I'm going to read this paragraph and then we'll go over some basic math. Research indicates that runners who average 5:45 minutes per mile or faster slow down about 1 second for each 1.8 degrees in Fahrenheit temperature above 59 degrees. Whereas runners who average 7:25 to 10 minutes per mile slow down 4 to 4.5 seconds per mile within the same temperature increase. Okay? Now, I was running, let's say 9:30 on average. Now just use that as a baseline, 9:30 per mile roughly. The average temperature, they said the baseline for this is 59 degrees. If you average my temperature, I ran at about 87 degrees. That is 28 degrees difference between 59 and where I ran. If I slow down 4 seconds, so let's go 28 times 4 seconds per degree. That's 112 seconds. That's almost 2 minutes per mile that I should be slowing down. Minimum. That's the low end, the 4, not the 4.5. 112 seconds is let's say 2 minutes, right? So 120 seconds. That puts me at 11:30 pace. Now, if I do 28 times 4.5, that's 126 seconds, which puts me right over the 11:30 minute per mile marker, which is where I tried to average today. Now, I might even have to slow down a little bit more because obviously I'm not running 9:30s, but that's why, like, when I'm running 11:30, 12 minutes right now in this heat, it's the equivalent of running 9:30 or so in ideal temperature, which is about 60 degrees for me. So if you need to, again, I'll link the article down below, figure out the temperatures you're running. And now obviously humidity is going to play a bigger factor into this. It's going to increase your time even more. But if you're running 20 degrees in temperatures 20 degrees higher than normal, and you're wondering why you're slowing down and why you can't run your older pace, that's probably why. Slow down to whatever pace you figure out. You can even slow it down a little bit further, but don't go faster than the pace you figure out, and I bet you have better runs. So, like I said, I'll link it below. I will keep you guys updated on my progress. I'll see you in the next video because we're going to end it here. I am spending the rest of the night with the wife. We're going to go make dinner. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to relax and recharge the batteries for week 3 of marathon prep. See you later.